They say finance is broken, that the old structures no longer serve those who truly want to build, to grow, to disrupt. Founders stumble on walls they don't see coming. Funding dries up, deals drag, targets slip away. Investors get frustrated, trapped in endless cycles chasing the same tired returns, while the real opportunities vanish behind paperwork, gatekeepers, slow processes. You feel it too, don't you? That gnawing frustration, the tight wire walk between what is and what should be. The rage when the system treats you like a number, not a force to be reckoned with. But there's something out there, something raw, fierce, and unstoppable. Syndicated lending. It's not just another tool. You need to see this as the new battleground, the edge where finance finally breaks free from old chains. Here's the brutal truth. Private equity is locked in a cage of legacy structures. Slow, rigid, predictable. And that means you are locked out of power. The world of finance has become a playground for those who obey old rules, not a battlefield for real creators. But syndicated lending? It smashes through these barriers. It's the weapon that dares to rewrite the rules, connecting multiple lenders into a powerful, agile force that can flood your venture with capital faster and smarter. Imagine tapping into a network of investors working in perfect harmony. No more one-sided power plays, no more waiting months for approval. Syndicated lending is the shockwave to the old, the fuel for the new, and you have to grab it with both hands before the rest of the world wakes up. If you're a founder, listen carefully. Here's where most fail. They wait for traditional single lenders to approve, to nod, to bless. Meanwhile, competitors sprint ahead because they leverage syndicated deals, pooling risks, opening huge capital channels not tied to one bank's heartbeat. If you want to scale, to grow with unstoppable speed, you have to stop playing by their slow rules. Step 1. Get brutal about your network. Not just who you know, but who your lenders talk to, trust, and depend on. Syndicated lending thrives on trust networks that work in real time. That means building relationships across your dealmakers, investors, and advisors who don't just want to check boxes, they want to move mountains. Stop sending cold emails and start creating alliances that turn lending lines into thunderous funding storms. Investors, hear this now. You're tired of seeing stagnant returns in your old portfolios. Syndicated lending is not just an asset class, it's a vaccine against mediocrity. It allows you to spread risk smartly across multiple deals while gaining access to high-potential firms that traditional funding ignores. You want to break free from slow-moving funds and bureaucratic chokeholds? Syndicated lending is your liberator. Step 2 is savage. Educate yourself beyond the headlines. Don't let glossy reports fool you. Real knowledge comes from owning the mechanics of syndicates, understanding how every lender's appetite, repayment terms, and covenants mix into a living, breathing deal. Dive deep into the dynamics of loan origination platforms, digital syndication, and how fintech innovation is accelerating this whole landscape. You stay ignorant, you lose. You absorb insider tactics. You become unstoppable. Now here's the emotional core you can't ignore. This is about more than money. It's about reclaiming power. The system wants you compliant, fragmented, comfortable with the status quo. But you should never accept that. This is the internal war where frustration fuels the fire to break every ceiling. Syndicated lending is your rebellion, your tool to build a future where financial power is decentralized, transparent, and democratic. This is why founders and investors alike feel isolated, fighting alone. But syndicated lending is the link, the bridge uniting those few capable of reshaping finance from the inside out. You must disrupt your mindset. Stop seeing syndicated lending as complicated or risky. It's risky to stay behind with outdated models. It's risky not to act. Instead, embrace the chaos, master the complexity. Know this. A syndicated loan isn't just a deal, it's a network built on alignment and trust, a consortium of power that can vault your venture or investment into a new phase. Start by mastering due diligence processes unique to syndicated loans. Learn how to read between the lines of loan agreements, how defaults and covenants serve as safety nets, not traps. Become fluent in the language of syndicated finance because fluency in this language means control. If you want to dominate private equity, syndication cannot be optional. It's the pathway to radical scalability. For founders, that means access to larger funding pools without bottlenecks. For investors, that means enhanced negotiation power and risk sharing. For leaders who dare to dream beyond conventional structures, it means crafting deals where capital serves innovation, not the other way around. Your actions today define whether you remain a spectator to change or the architect of it. This network is your lifeline, your leverage, your sword in the financial jungle. And don't get fooled by false securities. Build syndication allies relentlessly. Identify who in your sphere has access or influence over syndicates, and make them family. Syndicated lending can seem complex, but peel back the layers, and it's genius in its simplicity. Diversification of risk, democratization of capital commands, and acceleration of deal flow. The finance world is waking to this. Markets are evolving, regulations adapting, tech platforms blossoming to support syndicated structures with incredible speed and transparency. Every day you hesitate, a competitor edges closer to that breakthrough you crave. You must be faster, smarter, sharper. Think beyond borders and boundaries. Syndicated lending, more than any other instrument, demands a global mindset. Your capital sources and deal partners can span continents. If you limit yourself to local banks or traditional VC, you're playing with one hand tied behind your back. This is the front line, the frontier where true financial liberation happens. Forget all illusions of comfort in the old ways. The dream of syndicated lending is to transform finance into a tool for builders, for innovators, for those who refuse to bow to mediocrity or the slow grind. This is about raw, real power. Power that can break through the noise, unleash capital where it's needed most, and build a new reality of freedom and dynamic meritocracy in finance. You aren't here to play small. So here's the command. Start now. Map your ecosystem ruthlessly. Target the people, platforms, and processes that make syndicated loans happen. Learn their pain points, their incentives, their timing. Shape your proposals and pitches not to the weakest lender, but to the syndicate as a whole. Speak in language that shows you are the future. For investors, stop waiting for syndicates to find you. Hunt for deals that are syndicated. Go behind the scenes. Understand the leverage points. Build syndication syndicates of your own. For founders, don't shy away from the complexity. Get the best advisors who live in this space daily. Demand deal transparency. Fight for terms that empower you. The system tried to cage your potential, but syndicated lending offers the keys. A network of power, agility, and freedom that can erase those walls. Nothing is guaranteed. This world rewards action, resilience, and brutal clarity of insight. If you want to rule private equity, master syndicated lending. It's your new battlefield, your liberation, your future. This isn't just finance. It's the revolution where billions flow not to the comfortable, but those who dare. Dare to see through the fog. Dare to connect the dots. Dare to build the future. Stand up. Harness this. Become the force that breaks the system apart and rebuilds it for the bold, the restless, the unbounded. Syndicated lending is calling. Will you answer?